All right, we were talking right now of India's military might when it comes to our air capacities. Now let's take a very quick look at China's new satellite images of China's dual-use Shigatse Airport show that the People's Liberation Army Air Force, the PLA Air Force, remember that's what China's army is called, they've maintained a large deployment of fighter and unmanned aerial vehicles at the base. UAVs are used, they are deployed there in normal days, but this time a large mixed detachment of units was seen deployed. That's what the images on your screens right now are. Now we're going to go over to my colleague Akash. Akash is with us live from Tawang. He's been reporting from there yesterday too. Let's go over to him for a little bit more context. Akash, before you take us to this most recent batch of details, I want to understand from you, could you give us more context on what the aerial sphere, the aerial story when it comes to Tawang looks like? What is the topography in the area? What are India's aerial capabilities? And then could you take us to this new news we have coming in about the Shigatse Airport?
Right. So, Toya, first of all, I'll give you some sort of idea about the location. I'm in the Tawang sector and, the height where I'm standing on is 10,900 feet. But if I can show you those visuals, I'll ask my camera person to pan the camera and show you the peak. The incident that happened on 9th of December happened at 17,000 feet. And, I'm showing you, some peaks. And you can see these peaks are covered with snow. This is the kind of area, this is the kind of, demography that we have in this particular area. This is a crucial area as far as the location is concerned. And, both the sides try for the dominance. Both the sides try to reach to the higher point because from a higher point, you can get a commandeering view of both the sides. Now, talking about this aerial exercise, so today and tomorrow, Indian Air Force is going to, carry out this particular exercise. This is a command level exercise and it is happening under Eastern Command. So, under this exercise, what they'll do, they'll try to check the readiness of the aircrafts, specifically about of the fighter jets, UAVs, and all other aircrafts. This is very important exercise at a time when we know this for a fact that from 16th of November to 25th of November, how China has violated the airspace of India. In this particular region, China is sending its UAVs, in fact, across the line of actual control. And that was the reason why, we got this particular point that Indian Air Force had to scramble, its fighter jets at many occasions. Also, Toya, talking about the satellite views of this particular airport that you were talking about. So, this is Shigatse Airport of Tibet, and it is 150 kilometers away from the actual line of control. The initial images used to show that how China has deployed its UAVs there, its drones basically there. But now we are learning that after 9th of December, they have also deputed their fighter planes there, their air fuelers there, their transport aircrafts there. So they have increased the deployment on this particular airport. But again, this is going to be very important because today and tomorrow we are going to have this important, crucial, air exercise where we are going to see our readiness alongside the actual line of control. Because, when you talk about Eastern Command, so LAC, the particular area of the LAC comes under Eastern Command. And also, a notice to the airmen has been, issued that, no one else is allowed to use the airspace of Arunachal Pradesh because Air Force is going to carry out the exercise. Now, Toya, I want to mention the very point. In fact, some recoveries have been done from the patrolling point, and our sources are telling that Indian officers have recovered some belongings of the Chinese soldiers, and this is the kind of practice that the armies opt in general. On 9th of December, when they came to a point that belongs to India, they tried to take over that particular point, that particular patrol point. However, they got befitting reply and were pushed away. Now we are learning that, some recoveries have been made, some belongings have been recovered from that particular area that has Chinese markings. This is important to mention that whenever you get such situations, so these belongings become very important because this is a kind of proof that you can present to the other countries that, look, we have got your belongings at that particular point. It means that you were very much there. You came to our territory, you invaded our territory, and that's why you saw what happened. So at this point in time, this whole development has become very important. And, we are present here in Tawang. We'll try to bring you more perspective as far as the location is concerned. But again, if I can ask my camera person to pan the camera and show you the visuals. This is the time of the snowfall here. And, if I can show you the peak, 17,000 feet is not an ordinary height, Toya. And our Jawans were very much there on 17,000 feet and were basically patrolling. It was a routine patrolling on that particular day. And it was the time when Chinese soldier approached and their patrol party that had more than 200 soldiers in it came there, started the argument, disrupted the particular patrolling that was being carried out by Indian soldiers, and this finally led to the crash. Now, after this clash, 6 of our soldiers have been injured. They have been, admitted to hospital. In fact, we are learning that, they are recovering fast, and almost all of them have recovered as of now. But again, 6 of our soldiers were injured, and, injuries were far more on the other side. Also, Toya, Arunachal Pradesh is very, very important state for India. Arunachal Pradesh has got some sort of, in fact, China has got some sort of interest in Arunachal Pradesh as well, because of their claimed history, because of their claimed culture, of course. But this is not the only area where they have these claims. In fact, they have claims for Uttarakhand. They have some areas in Uttarakhand. They have claims for some areas in Himachal Pradesh. And we all know about Eastern Ladakh. Now, this 2 days exercise. This 2 days exercise is not only for the preparedness, but is also giving a larger message. The message that Raksha Mantri Rajnath Singh gave in the parliament. The message that Indian Army, while issuing the statement on 12th of December, said this. And they categorically said that they tried to invade our territory, and that's why got the befitting reply. Raksha Mantri said that Indian Army, or any service for that matter, is capable of dealing with such situations. We have future-ready forces, and that's why we saw what happened on 9th of December.
Akash, let's very quickly take our audiences to a ground report that you prepared a few minutes ago. After that, we'll take you to more stories.
We are present in Dirang village of Arunachal Pradesh, and from here, this particular village is very crucial because it is in close proximity to the actual line of control and also to the Tawang sector. The claims that Indian government is working towards infrastructure, development, road construction and all other things. So, what is the truth behind these claims? Development के काम हुए अगर आप हमें बता पाएं.
डेवलपमेंट तो इन सालों में काफ़ी हुआ है.
हाँ.
10-15 सालों में काफ़ी आगे निकले हैं. और रहा ये जो 9 तारीख को हुआ, उसके बारे में इंडिया ने, गवर्नमेंट ने भी, जवानों ने भी अच्छा दिया है उनको.
क्या टूरिस्ट में सेंटीमेंट रहता है? क्या लोगों में डर रहता है क्योंकि ये बॉर्डर के बहुत करीब है?
ना, ऐसा कोई बात नहीं है. हम लोग भी नीचे के ही हैं, राजस्थान के हैं, लेकिन ऐसा कोई बात नहीं है.
लेकिन आप 35 साल से यहाँ पर रहे हैं.
35 साल से यहाँ. पहले 20 सालों में बहुत पीछे रह गए, उस टाइम में काम नहीं हुआ.
हाँ.
लेकिन अभी ये 15-16 सालों में, 20 सालों में काम हो रहा है.
ऑन द बेसिस ऑफ दिस आई डोंट थिंक कि मतलब वो लोग छेड़ते रहेगा, मतलब टाइम में ना. वो लोग का इंटेंशन ही वही है. वो लोग का किसी को हर्ट करना है, वरना नहीं है. वो लोग आएगा, वो लोग आया, मतलब वो लोग को दिखाते रहना है कि वो लोग टांग करते रहेगा.
हमारी तैयारियां पूरी हैं आपको लगता है?
हमारी तैयारी तो पूरी है.
All right, it's time right now for a short break. On the other side,